So today we are going to discuss about QRY A19 used in HL7. QRY is nothing but querying a particular patient. So I'm going to an example directly. So these are like two query messages and response example. But I don't want to discuss about this. I want to discuss to make sure you remember about query message forever. So imagine if a patient is has been admitted into hospital in 2024 October. A lot of spelling mistakes. Okay. So he has got the treatment and he has been discharged. He met with a small accident. So in 2025, the same patient, you see the patient? Yeah. Came back again to a different hospital in a different location because he shifted from Texas to California. But he need to undergo a treatment to his one of his injury, a hand injury. But he is coming to a different hospital. So in this hospital, will they start the treatment from scratch? No, right? Will they start from scratch? No. So what they will do, they will search this patient details in master patient index. There are a lot of other index over there, whether it can be master patient index or whether it's a different ADT system, whether that is particular federal government hospitals database. They will search this particular patient data. So what is the patient data for this? It can be MRN number. Okay, they can use SSN number. So whatever the number or ID proof in that particular country. So by using these details, the receptionist in the hospital will search in the master patient index or multiple databases of that hospital. So in that hospital, they will be getting the details of the patient. What happens when the person who's sitting over here does a search in master patient index? This particular query message is generated. You got my point, right? This particular query message is generated where there are a lot of details of the patient. For example, you can see it says as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This can be MRN number. It says as ABC 1, 2, 3. This can be some ID of the particular patient. When they search the query, this output is generated saying that this particular patient already existed in the hospital and his name is Don Joe or whatever it is, his date of birth and everything. So this hospital recognizes this patient has been already treated in the hospital one in Texas. Maybe I can type it over here as Texas for understanding. And this is California. Okay, and it will be very easy for them to pull the patient history, patient database, what treatment he has undergone, whether to do the x-rays again or not, or it's a simple direct checkup. So that's how the patient query message is used. Generally we discuss a lot about ADTs or use, but even query message is very, very important. So we'll discuss a few more scenarios about query messages. I can insert my notes just to make sure you remember this forever. So I'll just type something over here, workflow. For example, a query message can be generated by requesting client sends a query messages. For example, an EHR wants to look up patient demographics by ID. For example, electronic health record. It can be again Epic, Cerner, or anything. They can easily search the patient details. I'm highlighting patient demographics is nothing but patient details, all types of patient details. They can set it, and responding server searches its patient database. For example, this server actually searches the patient database like in the master patient index, and servers returns the details with the ADR message type, which is nothing but the response here, which I am showing, the ADR message type. This is a query and this ADR. People might be thinking, what are all this? But in interviews, they might still ask you because ADT ORUs are pretty common. You should know what are the basics of query and ADR. Every hospital you go and admit, a query will be done on your particular MRN number or any other detail, and they will get the response of your details from master patient index. So it is very important to know the query. I say one of the most important topic to cover. So in the query, you might be asking what are all the messages like fields are important. So these fields are very important. in the query message. Like MSH is common, like QRD is nothing but query definition, QRF is nothing but query filter. So while you're querying, you can use this. For example, if a patient has a very minimalistic data provided to you, you can use a QRF segment or also here to filter that particular patient. The similar way we use filters in Excel sheet or multiple databases, they can use even QRF segment. So you can even get questions on this. So again, you will get the response in this particular format with the patient details, patient additional demographics. Here you don't have PID because you don't know who is the patient. You have only a few parameters like patient ID. In the response, you might get PID, PD1, NK1, all the patient details. It's very simple, right? You are searching and you are getting all the details. That's the difference between query and ADR. So you might be asking why he needs to search the patient details. If the patient has not been searched, a duplicate record of this patient will be generated again. So this hospital has another record. So duplicate record with the same name, same details and everything. That creates a lot of confusion. If there is a third hospital which is getting admitted, for example, not admitted, he is getting admitted in a third hospital. I'm just pasting it over here. If this hospital creates a duplicate data, when the third hospital searches, they might get the data from this hospital and they don't know what treatment has done by this. Or they might get this hospital, but they don't know what treatment done has been done by this. So it's always good to do a query of the patient details, even if the patient has never admitted to hospital, to get other details to avoid the duplicate details of the patient. So this is very, very important message type, generally which we won't build interfaces in our daily lifetime, but a must thing to remember. I hope you got to know what is QRY A19. This is one of the very unique questions which I am making in this tutorial. And yep, you will be responding to this in any interview. Thank you.